It's been a while since I've featured a tree house on this channel, and I figure it's about time. So in today's video, you're gonna meet the owners who decided to build this awesome tree house in their backyard and learn why they are sharing it on Airbnb. And this tour is really special because I actually got to stay in this tree house last night with Nabil. And you'll get to see a few of the unique experiences that we had during our stay.
Hi, I'm Kim.
Hi, I'm Scott. Welcome to the Emerald Forest Treehouse. Why did we decide to build a treehouse? Look at this. And it is a perfect spot for a treehouse, 150 feet from our house. Far enough away where we feel like we're getting away from everything, but close enough where it's like right there.
And Scott always wanted a tree house. We had one at our old house. Well, it's more of a tree fort.
For the little kids,
but for the kids, so he's always wanted one. So we made a trip to Treehouse Point, and that was it. We were on an adventure.
And Kim bought me a night to stay there as a surprise, I think, for our anniversary. That's when I got introduced to big boy tree houses. And once I got introduced to big boy tree houses, there's no going back to little kid tree houses. It was fascinating to be a viewer of a TV show and then to be in the middle of it.
Pete Nelson actually came out and did all the drawings and did all the architecture for it. It was about a 2-week process, but it was really busy. We had people coming and going, and production and food and building and noise. They papered up our windows so we couldn't see what they were doing progress-wise from the house. And I took everything I could not to peek. When they revealed it, it was amazing. We could not believe the craftsmanship and how beautiful everything was. And man, it smelled good.
Like any good house, all of the really difficult work is in the foundation. The treehouse is one thing, but to watch what they did to create the foundation for this extraordinarily large and heavy treehouse was something, especially for somebody who loves building like I do, it was a fascinating experience to watch them do. Pete came out, when we came out here and we decided what trees we're going to put the treehouse in, it was this maple and that maple. And then about a month later, a windstorm came along and about a third of this tree snapped off this direction. It was a last minute call on whether to use this tree or not, and we decided to do it. But then a year later, when another windstorm came along, it snapped off right there underneath the deck. Pete's crew, Nelson Treehouse and Supply, came out and they had to put in this post off to the left to support the treehouse. The treehouse is also supported by this fake tree that they put here on the foreground on the right. The heart of the support system is on this very large maple tree. A lot of the weight is on this side of the tree house. So they put in this very large yoke up here that's in the shape of an oval, and that is attached on both sides of the tree to fully support the weight of the tree house. And then there are these large beams that they ran from that yoke over to that tree and to this post over here. When I was first introduced to Pete and how he builds tree houses, I was absolutely just amazed at how he's able to attach these very significant structures to trees without killing them. These large supports are attached to bolts that go into the side of the tree, and the trees just seem to thrive. Yes, it's a wound, but the tree has a natural mechanism to just seal the wound and actually sort of lock in the hardware. Since we can't stay out there every night, we opened it up for Airbnb last June. It's been fascinating to meet so many people who are all treehouse fans. You have that one thing in common. Follow me. Come on in. The treehouse is 199.9 square feet of floor space. 200 square feet does not sound like a lot of space. It's more than enough space for 2, 3, 4 people to stay in there and be very, very comfortable for a night or two. And it's great being able to just put the bed up. We actually have family game night out here. We'll bring a larger table out here and the entire family will come over and do game nights. Oh, maybe we'll have a dance out here, who knows. Lots of floor space when the bed's up. My favorite kind of guest is a family with smaller kids because you get to see this entire space from their point of view. And kids love the treehouse, they love the loft. You can imagine they love bunk beds. So for them, this is the trifecta. So they get to come up the ladder, hang out in the bunk beds. And when you wake up, all you see is just this beautiful woodwork up here. And you obviously can't smell it on video, but it's got that new treehouse smell. So most everything in the treehouse is controlled by Echo or Alexa. Echo, turn on projector. So we have a 100-inch screen that drops down here. Here we have a bathroom. We have a sink with some little bit of hot water coming from the little hot water heater up here. And when we put the treehouse in, Pete put in a composting toilet for us. We love having the porch out here because as you can see, the deck looks out over the pond. This zip line here goes from the treehouse deck over to the zip line platforms. And from there, we can zip line over to the Emerald Forest, which is right over there.
Another unique experience, also having to do with zip lines, is that they deliver breakfast in the morning via zip line. You just tell them what time you want it to arrive and boom, it's there. It's pretty cool.
We decided we needed to have a shower, and when you're in a treehouse, you have to be outdoors, right? A nice hot water. This shower is one of our guests' favorite features.
Did you really think I was going to be the one to show you the outdoor shower experience? Come on.
Another 20 feet above the treehouse deck here is the crow's nest, which gives another incredibly awesome view. And it is a wonderful place to come up here, have a cup of coffee. Absolutely beautiful. Echo, turn on hot tub heater. Guests can sit here in the hot tub and look at the stars. There's a little bit of adventure and a little bit of luxury all in one package. One of the greatest things about the treehouse is it's a wonderful conversation starter. You can be in a mixed crowd in Costco and you can say treehouse out loud and people come in, what? Our original property was 5 acres and we built our house on here 20 years ago for our family. About 4 years ago I had the opportunity to buy the surrounding 25 acres, which is where the Emerald Forest is.
We have 2 ways to get in. Scott's favorite way is to zip line in.
Pretty much everything that is over there goes over on the zip line.
The other option is to take a 10-minute walk around the pond. But I mean, come on, when you get the opportunity to zip line, who says no?
What'd you think?
The ride over is incredible.
And we weren't the only ones who were interested in ziplining.
if I make the mistake of saying zip line in the house, he goes and runs down to the base of the zip line tree and tries to get into his little carrier.
How was your ride, bud?
And he loves it. It's like going for a ride in the car. So, Jackson, want to go for a ride? This is probably my favorite part of this forest. I've got a lot of Irish in me. I've been to Ireland several times, and to me, this is Ireland. This is natural. I didn't do this. I didn't make this. This is the way I found it. The truly genuine, authentic reaction from people about how uniquely beautiful it is really sort of put a lot of wind in my sails to, well, let's start thinking a little bit bigger back here and get some more people back here to enjoy nature and enjoy the forest. And then a year later, Pete called me and goes, Scott, I've got an idea. We want to do another project. Can we use the Emerald Forest? Sure, Pete. What do you got in mind? Oh, we're going to do a theater. So this is the Emerald Forest Theater. The Treehouse Masters folks came out here in August of 2017. And they built this beautiful structure for us. Being a child of the 60s, I just fell in love with that forest moon of Endor on Return of the Jedi. So they built this in that vision. It was only after that point when Pete told me that 2 out of 3 Treehouse customers, when they talked to them, they all wanted Ewok's Village. I thought I had this wonderfully unique concept in my head, and it turned out very pedestrian. Everybody wants an Ewok's Village. I've got an Ewok's Village. This all came over on the zip line in big, huge chunks. One of Pete's favorite parts of this project, the part that when we were meeting to discuss it, that he was just jazzed about. He loved the idea of sort of spanning, I think it's about 35 feet between these trees. Took all these 2x6s and they sort of sandwiched them together. It came over in about 3 sections, and then they installed it here. And then once the arch was built, then the rest of it just sort of built itself. It's all supported by this arch. Building a treehouse is a unique proposition in that trees move. Tree houses can change position even within the trees. So much of this allows for the treehouse and the trees to move. If you want some supplies from the concession stand and you have a willing partner down there willing to hook it on. There are 3 condomazomes, that's a trade name, for these bubble-like metal structures that we get into and with a winch lift people up above the deck so that they can get even a better view of the screen. Jackson and I come over here in the summer and we take naps in there.
Aww.
Yep.
Does he go up?
Yeah, we go way up there and he just cuddles right in with me. There's a ropes climbing thing that the kids just love. Every time we take kids over there, that's where they immediately head. Let's climb up the ropes up onto the theater.
There's swings.
There's swings.
Underneath.
Yeah.
There's a small stage. Scott wants to have Irish dancers.
There are 2 dream nets built by Sarah J, who does that professionally, and she was out doing a beautiful job on those dream nets. It took her probably 2 weeks each level to crochet all this fine detail between these trees.
This place brings out your inner child.
It's an off-the-grid solar system with several big batteries to store everything, and then I've got a generator to top things off. Everything you see now was powered by the sun.
What are some of the movies that you've shown?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Groundhog Day,
Animal House.
Gremlins,
Gremlins.
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was not a good one.
That was a great one. The Shining. We did The Shining. There's the Hardy Souls. It's like, Blair Witch Project, give me more. And it's like, not in a million years am I going out in that forest and then walking out on a trail at night.
That was me.
Yeah.
It's been really a nice way to mix parts of our life. I've seen some of people I haven't seen in a long time, sorority sisters, old roommates, and it's really an experience nobody else can give you. I've never seen anything like it. So
We took the concept of movies in the park and moved it to movies up in the forest for a lot of our friends. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below if you'd like to see more treehouse tours.